Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Psychic Medium Raymond Guzman, and today I'm going to be doing your weekly horoscope forecast for the week of June 3rd through the 9th, 2019. So let's go ahead and get into the horoscopes. Before I do so, be sure to hit the red subscribe button on the bottom right hand corner of this video, as well as the notification bell icon, so that way you can be notified of any future videos that I do publish on this channel. So let's go ahead and get into your horoscopes. This week for you, Aries, you are very hungry for your mission, your goals, your accomplishing what you want to accomplish, and you're going to go after it with full force. We are entering the new moon Monday. So on Monday, June 3rd, is actually the new moon, and it begins. And so with the new moon, there's a lot of energy that is centered around letting go of the past, starting new beginnings, kind of regenerating yourself in many ways. So your path is going to be revealed to a lot of you. Where you have had confusion before, it seems like now there's a little bit more of a path that is revealed to you, and you're able to follow that into accomplishing what you need to accomplish. There is a theme this week for a lot of you Aries that where you need to establish boundaries. So people could be taking advantage of you. They could be basically doing things that are kind of irking you, and you may not want to say anything about it, but you need to be very vocal this week and set those boundaries and make sure that they respect them. And if they don't, then kind of walk away from that situation. But that is the week for Aries for June 3rd through the 9th. So I want to thank you once again for tuning in. If you did like this horoscope forecast, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to book a private psychic reading, you can visit my website at www.raymondguzman.net/shop. Taurus, this week for you, Taurus, it's a week in which you are kind of searching for acceptance. A lot of you are wanting to fit in with the crowd. You may have been feeling like those last couple of months or weeks that you don't really fit in with people, or people are looking at you objectively for your ideas, for expressing your own opinions, and you're feeling like people are just being, flat out mean to you. So again, this is not going to apply to every single Taurus out there, but for the most part, this is kind of like the energy that surrounds you this week. And this week in particular, you're going to be feeling acceptance from certain people. You're going to receive that, and it's going to feel fulfilling for you, and you're going to be grateful for it as well. And a lot of you might right now maybe kind of focused on your problems and not enough on your blessings. So Spirit is wanting you to be in a state of gratitude for everything that is coming, everything that is already in your life and is there. Be very just happy, and give blessings to the people around you that uplift you, and that's kind of like your soul tribe that you need to stay with this week, and really talk to them. And if you have any questions or concerns on your heart, maybe you can get some kind of therapy or some kind of relief by talking to your soul tribe. Some of you may also be going through some extreme changes with the energy of the new moon that is going to be starting on Monday. A lot of you could really be kind of really focused more on your love life, and bringing that passion back into that area of your life. This could be having a romantic getaway, going on vacation, or just doing something nice like having a date night with your partner and going out to a fancy restaurant. But there's definitely a lot of attention and focus on your love life this week for a lot of you Taurians out there. So I want to thank you once again. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also be sure to follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Psychic Medium Ray. And if you'd like to book a private psychic reading, you can visit my website. It's www.raymondguzman.net/shop. Blessings and love and light. Have an amazing week. Gemini, this week for you, Gemini, it's all about trust. A lot of you could be going through some trust issues with a partner, going through trust issues with people in your life, coworkers, a boss. Something is going on in your life right now where you're not really sure that you can trust people, but you're kind of looking out at the distance. You're looking at everything. You're looking at how people are treating you, what they're not saying, and you're kind of in your bubble. And so Spirit wants you to kind of break out of that bubble this week, in particular with the energy of the new moon that starts on Monday. kind of break out of that. And a lot of you are going to be stepping into your masculine side, the divine masculine. We all have a divine feminine and masculine. And so a lot of you Geminis out there are going to be finding that you are the one that is usually comforting someone this week, is giving them some kind of reassurance. Not meaning that if you are a female that you are stepping outside of being a female, but you are going to be embracing the more of the, finding a solution, the masculine side of Gemini. So that's what you're definitely going to be doing this week. It could be feeling like you're kind of alone, or people don't understand this shift in you that's kind of, maybe overprotective, or just very protective of your, your family and loved ones or your friends, because that's what's coming about. Like, you are in a very protective mama bear, papa bear type of mode this week. Regardless of, where you're at in your life or what you're doing. And you may not even be realizing that you're doing this, and it's just something that's happening, just naturally for you. So this is your horoscope forecast for the sign of Gemini for the week of June 3rd through the 9th. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Psychic Medium Ray. And don't forget to book a private psychic reading if you'd like to. You can visit my website at www.raymondguzman.net/shop. Blessings and love and light. Have an amazing week. Moonchild, Cancer, this week for you, Cancer, there's a lot of things that are coming to fruition. A lot of your goals, your dreams, a lot of this is coming to fruition. You've been working extremely hard, and so now you're going to be reaping the fruits of your labor. And it's something that's very good, because a lot of you are also going to be finding that not only are you feeling fulfilled this week, or things are really making more sense in your life, but there is a deep sense of intuition, a deep sense of knowing that something may need to be changing, or something is not right with someone at a distance, or someone in your close proximities. So you're going to be tuning in and know that you're not imagining this. Whatever is going on, it's really happening. It's something that you're feeling, and you really are in tune with what is happening. Some of you also are going to be finding some resistance. There's going to be some people maybe in your circle or around you that are resisting your ideas, your the way that you want to do things and kind of help people. They may not be on board with your, with you helping. And so you will find resistance, but through that resistance, you've already planted a seed, and you've already let them know what you think and what you feel. And so through that, there's going to be a lot of light that is coming out, later in the week. So if you're going through a difficult period, like towards the beginning or middle of the week with someone close to you, you will find that they will come around by the end of the week, going into the weekend. And right now you're going through a purification for a lot of you Cancerians out there. This could be you just kind of filtering out a lot of negative energy that is around you, wanting to kind of distance yourself and detoxify from everything that is kind of negative. This could even be you looking at the foods that you're putting in your body, quitting smoking, or, trying to stop some kind of habit, even like eating junk food, something as simple as that you're looking at and reflecting upon, and you really are wanting to take action and change that. So that way you go through that purification that Spirit is referring to this week. So this is a very eventful week where you are going to be kind of introspective, and at the same time you're kind of looking at the distance and wanting to, just be you. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you did like your horoscope, please give it a thumbs up. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Psychic Medium Ray. And if you'd like to book a private psychic reading, you can visit my website at www.raymondguzman.net/shop. Have an amazing week. Blessings and love and light. Leo, this week for you, Leo, this is a week about nourishing your soul, your spirit. A lot of you are neglecting yourselves. You're putting your children, you're putting your spouses, you're putting your friends all ahead, and above everything else in your life, even including yourself. And so this week is about you taking a step back, realizing that, you are important just as everyone else in your life. And if you're not healthy, mind, body, and spirit, you're not going to be able to carry out your responsibilities and your duties for your family. So you need to kind of nourish your soul. This is all about nourishment of self. And so this week you really need to pay attention to what you're doing for yourself. If you're not, eating regularly on a schedule, or you're skipping your lunch, you're not drinking enough water, you're not getting enough sleep. These are things that are going to catch up to you, and it's going to ripple out into other areas of your life, your mood swings, how you feel. You could feel a little lethargic if you're, like I said, if you're neglecting a certain part of yourself that needs to be taken care of. This is also a week in which you're going to be looking at the beauty of life and your own beauty, and kind of finding that, there may be some changes. A lot of you are undergoing some changes. This could be a new hairstyle, a haircut, maybe you're trying some new makeup on, or there's a new look. It's about self-expression. It's like you are now realizing, that there are some certain things that you need to do differently. Maybe if you are in a job and you're just going, with baggy pants and loose clothing, and you're not dressing up for like an executive type of role that you have, then you're portraying something that is a little bit different, and presentation is everything. It's not that you're being fake. It's just that you have to kind of dress for the role, or dress for the part that you are, in, and take a little bit more pride and a little bit more time for yourself, because we all make excuses at the end of the day. Oh, I'm too busy, or oh, I can't, I don't have time to do this. But really and truly, there's 24 hours in the day, and we do have time. If you can allocate even 5 to 10 minutes to put your makeup on, or to kind of fix your hair, these are the things that are going to make a big difference when you're out in the public. And so with that, a lot of you may be seeking some wisdom from someone that's older in your life. This could be a mother figure. This could be a father figure. This could be a psychic or a medium that's, a little bit more mature than you. And so when I say mature than you, I mean age-wise. So you could be seeking someone that's wiser and older for some advice, because a lot of you may not be sure of where you're at right now, and that's totally okay. So this is going to be a week, and again, when you're going to have a lot of realizations and making some subtle changes, and for some of you, some big changes. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Psychic Medium Ray. And if you'd like to book a private psychic reading with me, you can visit my website at www.raymondguzman.net/shop. Blessings and love and light. Have an amazing, amazing week. Virgo, this week for you, Virgo, this is a week in which you are very resilient. You're bouncing back. Like, a lot of you have been going through problems and feeling like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. And so a lot of you are kind of dispersing, removing a lot of these obstacles, and you're up the mountain. If you feel like you've been climbing a mountain and you haven't reached the top, you're on the verge of kind of just dispersing all of your problems and just getting rid of them. Like, you are finding resolutions, and with the energy of the new moon, this is going to help you to really kind of open some more of your intuitive side for you Virgos this week, in which you are getting some psychic revelations, downloads of information from the universe. A lot of you are feeling very kind of centered, more zen-like, or wanting to explore more of your spiritual path, and that is great. And there's a lot of need to be focused right now, no matter what you do, because a lot of you are going to have a lot of distractions this week in particular. There's going to be people around you that are going to be wanting you to go and join them at the last minute at a restaurant, going to pick them up or run some errands for them. And you have to ask yourself, are you sacrificing your regular schedule, or you needing to meet a certain deadline just to make someone else happy, when they could easily pick up the phone and text another friend or another family member to go and do that for themselves? So don't shortchange yourself and don't overstretch yourself. That is the message this week for all of you Virgos. Remember to honor yourself and honor your path in this week. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. And if you'd like to book a private psychic reading, you can visit my website at www.raymondguzman.net/shop. Blessings and love and light. Have an amazing week. Libra, this week for you, Libra, this is a week in which you are needing to practice more self-love. A lot of you right now are not really loving yourself. You're not really paying attention to what is needed for yourself. And so a lot of you may be in a position in your life where you're not finding the true love of your life. You're not feeling love from other people, and you're just asking yourself, what am I doing wrong? What is it that I need to fix, or what can I improve upon? And it's so simple as just loving yourself, and kind of stepping back and reassessing some things. A lot of you are maybe wanting to go back to an old relationship, with a person that was violently abusive to you, or did a lot of gaslighting, or was narcissistic, and they've told you that they've changed. A lot of you are having people from the past like that. Some of you, at least, this week, where you may, have these people that are coming back saying that they've changed. And really and truly, Spirit is telling you to move forward. The past is in the past for a reason. And so there's a lot of self-reflection, and you may be feeling kind of guilty at some point, or kind of blaming yourself that perhaps, certain things didn't work out in your life because you were responsible for that. But again, Spirit is wanting you to realize that this is not the case. This is just an illusion. And through everything that comes from the past, we learn something new in the present. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, be sure to follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Psychic Medium Ray. And if you would like to book a private psychic reading, you can visit my website at www.raymondguzman.net/shop. Blessings and love and light. Have an amazing week. Scorpio, this week for you, Scorpio, it is a week of discernment. A lot of you are going to be noticing with the energy of the new moon that there's a lot of revelations. Your psychic abilities are very much at its peak. You could be finding that you're getting downloads of information, or they're becoming very clear where they have been very murky in the past couple of weeks. This could be, you wanting to know a little bit more about your own, future, or about, the outcome of someone that you love deeply or care about, and wanting to know whether or not, how they're going to respond to you. A lot of you are also in a path of creation right now. A lot of you could be falling pregnant. A lot of you could be giving birth, that are Scorpios this week, in particular in this month of June, and this week. And a lot of you could be, coming up with new ideas, or birthing a new plan, or a new project this week in particular, or starting even a new job this week, or going through some kind of training. But there's a lot of new energy with the new moon that you will be tuning into this week. And with this, it's going to be bringing about change. Now, some of this change may be feeling a little chaotic. For a lot of you Scorpios, you like to have things in a certain way. You really don't like or welcome change that much or that often, because you like having a set formula or a set path that is a routine for you. But Spirit may be pushing you outside of that comfort zone and outside of that routine. And so with that, just embrace change. Don't resist it, but go with the flow. So that is the message this week for Scorpio. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Psychic Medium Ray. And if you'd like to book a private psychic reading, please visit my website at www.raymondguzman.net/shop. Blessings and love and light. Have an amazing week wherever you are. Sagittarius, this week for you, Sagittarius, it's all about attraction. A lot of you are attracting new energies, new people, new circumstances, and you're no longer limited by the self-limiting beliefs that you've had in the past. Now you're on a new cycle, and you're breaking through a lot of these obstacles and roadblocks that you've had. For a lot of you, you would benefit from burning a road opener candle. And what a road opener candle does, it basically allows you to open any obstacles or overcome any obstacles in your path right now. Especially with the energy of this new moon, I would recommend some candle magic or candle work for a lot of you Sagittarians. This is also a week about pleasure. A lot of you may not have been really, having any kind of pleasure or experiencing that. What I mean by pleasure is, enjoying life's beauty and life's, perks. Pleasure can be something as simple as doing something that you love, going to the nail salon, or going to the hair salon, going to taking a trip, or spending some quality time with your bestie. And so this is exactly what Spirit is wanting you to do, kind of to break free from your bubble and just be yourself. A lot of you are also holding on to social conditioning or programming or some kind of, old beliefs that maybe were instilled upon you from your family, from people around you. And so Spirit is wanting you to realize that you have a unique path and you are your own unique person, and no two people have the same path or same responsibilities or missions here on earth. So just realize that you are uniquely special and that you are blossoming right now, and things are going to be coming into fruition. They're going to be growing, and you're going to be enjoying a prosperous and new time in your life. So it's good to be Sagittarius. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Psychic Medium Ray. And if you'd like to book a private psychic reading, you can visit my website at www.raymondguzman.net/shop. Have an amazing week. Blessings and love and light. Capricorn, this week for you, Capricorn, it is about darkness. This week, a lot of you are going to be experiencing some level of darkness. Darkness is not necessarily a bad thing. When we hear the color black, or we think of the night, or we hear, darkness, a lot of people perceive this as, in the magical terms, as it being something negative. But black is powerful. Black is good. Black is not as bad as a lot of you may be thinking, or when I'm referring to black, I'm not referring to skin color. I'm referring to like the aspects of magic, like a black candle, or the darkness, that it's outside, or the darkness that pervades our minds and our souls, because we all have a dark side and a light side. We all have a duality. And so this week, a lot of you are going to be doing some shadow work, which is basically digging into those deepest, darkest secrets and desires, and those areas of your life that are kind of a mystery, that are not really revealed to other people, but these are your thoughts, your innermost desires, and that's going to be coming to the forefront, and you're going to have some light through that, and kind of come across as illuminated from all of this. And this is going to help you find balance in other areas of your life right now where you haven't been finding any kind of balance. Maybe you've been feeling kind of stagnated in your work life, or you've been feeling kind of unbalanced and not really being like kind of burned out, is what I'm getting at, is that a lot of you are feeling burned out because you're doing too many things and you feel like you're not getting enough help. And so with this shadow work on your shadow self, a lot of you are going to be finding that balance, and through that balance, things are going to change for you. But if you don't do that work, you're not going to be able to see what needs to be changed. And all you have to do to work through your shadow self, or do that shadow work, is really kind of reassess your life and your thoughts. Look at how you are acting, if you're kind of responding to everything in a negative manner. Finding the root cause of that, what is really upsetting you. Is it so much that you're upset at someone because they're doing something, or is it because there is some kind of truth maybe to what they're saying, or there's an unhealed portion of your soul that needs to be healed? And how can you go about healing that? Looking into different areas, meditation, doing some groundwork, some grounding work, going outside, spending time in nature, going to the beach, spending time by water, because water is a purification. So those are the things that you're needing to look at. A lot of you also are going to be looking at your finances this week. In particular, Capricorns are known to be hard workers. So this week, a lot of you are looking at your finances and your money, and having to make some important decisions centered around that. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Psychic Medium Ray. And if you would like to book a private psychic reading, you can go to my website at www.raymondguzman.net/shop. Have an amazing week. Blessings and love and light. Aquarius, this week for you, Aquarius, it's going to be a week in which you are finding some peace. The last couple of weeks could have been, very arduous, or very unrelenting, to you, and you feel like you've kind of been going through a rough period, or a rough patch in your life. But right now you're finding some peace this week. A lot of you are releasing some energies that could be making you sick as well. This could be some thoughts, or feelings that you haven't received closure about certain things that have happened in your past. And so now you're kind of coming to the realization that maybe, this needs to be released, and maybe you don't need to focus on this as much anymore, and just take action going forward, and, doing the things that you love, the things that are very passionate, that you're very passionate about. But also, if you've been going 100 miles per hour, you need to kind of slow it down. This is also going to be a week of revelations for a lot of you Aquarians out there. Typically when we get sick or there are some issues in our life, a lot of that could be manifesting by the energies that are around us, not from a distance, but actually in your peripheral, in your personal space. Who is it that is around you all the time? Who seems to be very needy? Who is always like following you and doesn't leave your side? These people that are around you could be affecting your energy, and in turn, this could be manifesting into illnesses. This could be manifesting into medical or physical conditions. And so kind of distancing yourself or having a sabbatical or time apart from this energy can help you in many ways to do this purification, and also determine whether or not ruling out certain situations. So it's a lot of trial and error basically that you're going to have to go through to really pinpoint what is the root of your issues this week. But you will find that revelation and it will happen for you. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Psychic Medium Ray. And if you would like to book a private psychic reading, please visit my website at www.raymondguzman.net/shop. Have an amazing week. Blessings and love and light. Pisces, this week for you Pisces, this is a week about sovereignty. It's a week about kind of, coming to terms with the world and how you see yourself, and knowing that you're not distance or apart from everyone else. We're all integrated. We are all on the same matrix and the same level. So if you've been feeling kind of like alone, or feeling like you are not, loved, you are loved, you are not alone. Also, there's a lot about this week about your will and exercising your power. Some of you may be kind of, enforcing certain, power or having some control over a situation, and it may not be the best, and you may not want to be in that position right now. So you need to be very vocal about how you're feeling and what you're really wanting to do, because if you are kind of putting someone else as a priority 100% of the time, and you're just not focused on yourself, you could actually be losing yourself in a relationship, losing yourself in your workplace, losing yourself completely. And so this week, it's a week about finding yourself again and kind of balancing everything out. But above all, having that connection again to God, having that connection to Source, to the universe, whatever you want to refer to it, that great spirit. You want to have that connection and reestablish that faith, because a lot of you may be at a point in your life right now where you've lost that faith. And going forward, God, and Spirit is telling you to stay focused and stay grounded, and know that you will achieve your goals. It's not going to happen in the time that you want it to happen. It's going to happen when it's a divine timing. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. And if you'd like to set up a private reading, you can go to my website at www.raymondguzman.net/shop. Blessings and love and light. Have an amazing week wherever you are.